boycott have triggered huge landslides, toppling buildings in southern China and burying hundreds of people on the island of Taiwan. Sky's China correspondent Peter Sharp reports.
On the island of Taiwan, worst hit by the typhoon, the helicopter rescue operation is centered on a remote southern village. Here, hundreds were said to have been buried alive after high winds and torrential rain brought down deadly mudslides on the town. 130 people have been dragged out alive and an unknown number remain trapped. All across the south, virtually the only way in was from the air, as the storm swept away roads and left a land submerged under floodwaters. This is the worst flooding Taiwan has seen in more than 50 years. Entire communities have been cut off and a major rescue operation led by the army is underway across this typhoon-prone land. But those who've been rescued hold out little hope of seeing their loved ones again. The mountain collapsed, said this man. We live on a lower level and the landslide was on a higher ground. All my relatives were buried. Some are totally overcome. Typhoon Morakat tore an equally devastating trail across China's east coast. More than 1 million people in the provinces of Zhejiang and Fujian fled their homes. A bathtub hanging far out of place shows the strength of the 74-mile-per-hour winds that tore through this region. But it is the landslides that have proved so deadly. Throughout the night in this village in southern China, rescue teams searched for families trapped when their apartment buildings were swept away. In this town, cleaning up is a dangerous business as rain-soaked earth continues to come crashing down. And across southeastern China, heavy flooding and rockfalls closed whole roads, cutting off entire communities. In Japan, a second typhoon, Typhoon Itao, struck the west coast, bringing strong winds and heavy rains with devastating effect. The death toll across this region is expected to rise today as the floodwaters ebb and the rescue teams dig through the landslides brought down by the ferocity of the wind and rain. Peter Sharp, Sky News in Beijing.